Hey there. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be making any Soul Calibur videos unless I feel it's a pretty good fight. Yeah, but I mean, yeah, I get it's a fighting game and the whole point is to defeat your opponent. But yeah, call me old-fashioned, but a lot of times I get on fighting games expecting a challenging fight, or the chance of running into a rival that I could play with and get a decent challenge out of. But instead, the majority of the fights that I encounter are just spam fest. People usually gravitate towards the speedy characters who have attacks that even if they're blocked, there's a relatively small punishment window, or characters who have combos slash attacks that are easily spammable and do a lot of damage. That's pretty much what I've been running into a lot. And yeah, I decided to, I guess, test that out by picking Raphael. Yeah, I'm using his style, but I don't know anything about using him. I've never really played with him before like that. I just know that he has fast attacks. I know he has horrible, he's not so good with low attacks and, horizontal attacks, but yeah, standing vertical attacks, the guy is pretty fast. And so I picked him and I decided to play around with him, and yeah, I beat quite a few people just because of how fast he is. I mean, yeah, I kind of do use the same basic attacks, yet it was enough to, yeah, beat quite a few people. Yeah, so in this battle here is kind of a good illustration of what I mean by a lot of fights are just spam fest, because yeah, if you notice, if you've been paying attention, the person I'm fighting, they just keep using the same combo over and over. It does decent damage, but they keep using the same combo over and over. And yeah, part of playing online is getting used to the various spam tactics people do. And he took me for like 2 rounds, but yeah, I kind of I had a fit of rage and I got annoyed, so I started being annoying back, and I made a comeback. Sadly, it's kind of how most of my matches go. It's like, yeah, they'll take me for 2, and then yeah, I kind of get annoyed with what they're doing, and so I make a comeback. But yeah, back to my point of illustration, I guess. Yeah, I'm being a horrible Raphael player, and just based off of his speed, I'm getting over. I mean, if these people who I'm fighting, if they would just simply duck or sidestep me, I'd lose, because I really don't know how to use this guy. I mean, I'm not saying this to overly simplify the combat system. Yeah, it's a good combat system. I just wish they would tweak certain aspects of it, and maybe add like maybe add in the ability for people to dash backwards, and something maybe like a combo breaker, I guess. But then again, I don't know how much those simple suggestions would change the dynamic of the game. But those, yeah, I think those would be nice. I only make these suggestions just because, yeah, the 8 directional running, it's cool and all, and it's handy, but not so much when you're fighting someone who has a wide range of horizontal attacks. Then it's just kind of a no-no, and sometimes you just need to get away from somebody. I mean, you can, like I said, you can try to guard impact, or there may be 1 or 2 attacks that come out quick and you can use those, but the minute your opponent catches on to what you're doing, you're kind of out of luck, especially if you're playing with a character who really doesn't have that much variety in their attacks, or you know, really isn't that great at close combat slash getting people away from them. So I'm not saying it's good or bad, it's just, yeah, this is usually how playing most fighting games online ends up. I do enjoy playing this game, don't get me wrong, I do. It's just, yeah, these are my thoughts on, I guess, fighting games in general and playing online slash trying to enjoy the game. Which is why, yeah, I usually just go ahead and play with people I know, because I don't have to deal with all this, you know, spam-tastic crap. But, yeah. I just like fighting rivals who I can actually learn something from. I don't like, yeah, spam Olympics. It's just frustrating. Yeah. And of course, someone's probably going to misinterpret what I say or be an angry little fanboy. And I don't care. This was just more like my informal talk about, yeah, just how I feel about fighting games currently. So, whatever. I wish I could find some cool people to play with, but no luck so far. Yeah, just for fun, I played with the Assassin's Creed guy. Yeah, let's just say, yeah, he's probably like the best example of this. Most of his attacks, yeah, even if they're blocked, you can still, you're still relatively safe. I mean, just watch how I use him in this next fight. Yeah, I'm kind of not proud of this, but yeah, it happened, so there. Spamming attacks and doing the same crap, but it works. So yeah, and you can tell I really don't know how to use him. Just look how sloppy I'm playing. Look at that. Yeah, so very horrible, so horrible. But his attacks are fast, and they go ouchie. And I didn't do anything. And I'm not even spamming his crossbow. Yeah, that thing's annoying, very annoying. Oh, look at me go, I can mash buttons. Yeah, look at me go. Mash the buttons. Okay, I'll stop doing that. But yeah. The only attacks I favor are his little guard breaky attack and that little twin dagger thing he does when he's like, you know, getting up off of the ground. It does a lot of damage. It's not that this person I'm fighting is bad at this game, it's just, yeah, it can be very difficult to guess what a button masher is gonna do, especially if they have a speedy character with fast attacks. And you can see how well I can pressure with Ezio just because he's that fast. So I mean, it's kind of like, yeah, the ultimate battle strategy. Yeah, you can't possibly guess what I'm gonna do next because I don't even know what I'm gonna do next. I'm just mashing buttons. Yeah, it's kind of sad how it works, but such is fighting games, I guess, or whatever. But I do like Soul Calibur. It's just, yeah, fighting games will be fighting games. So, and that's it for my, I guess, mini rant or whatever this is. Yeah, leave comments.